Today we'll look into a scenario in which Libya forms an empire. This is highly unrealistic because Libya is currently in the state of a civil war. But let's forget it as a civil war, let's give it a stable government, and let's make it form an empire. See, now I just changed the entire country. And to prove this random government that's shown up from probably outer space, to prove they're the legitimate government and that they can keep the country together, they invade Tunisia, with many nations surprised, with them taking the capital within weeks, with intergalactic technology, I guess. I don't know. And now let's start its empire with the glorious Tunisian annexation, with greed fueling its rampage. With greed and the pursuit of power fueling its rampage. And while Libya invades Egypt. Now this is a bit of a rampage. And like the axis before them. Oh wait, they invade here. And like the Brits, they do this. And like the Italians, they continue. And then they decide to invade Greece in the middle, definitely. And well, the front line starts to look like this, with Egypt pushing them back but struggling in this conflict, with Egypt's defeat being inevitable, with them moving into the south. Well, that's what the front line becomes. It's more so about the push this way, because this is really where the front is fighting. With them deciding to go south of the front, but now, since the Nile is here, the front goes down the Nile. And well, it gets down the Nile. And well, the Suez Canal is captured, and then Cairo and Alexandria are captured, the two cities. And there's more cities for sure, but Egypt surrenders. Let's see what Libya decides to annex, as it becomes a Mediterranean powerhouse, as it decides to invade Algeria. And while they tell Morocco if they join, they will invade them. And Morocco's scared. Morocco's weak, I guess. So instead, they go and annex Western Sahara. With the front line being open here, this is where the front line is. Because the rest of the front, well, nothing is happening. With them forming a bulge north of the capital. South of the capital. Now, that doesn't look well. Mixing up north and south. And see, as we are busy there, they annex Western Sahara. And maybe people who like Western Sahara will probably be mad in the comments. But you can like whatever country you want. With Algeria seeing the south is going to get cut off. But they're not too concerned because the only thing there is resources. With them capturing the city of Algiers. And eventually the northern front becomes like that. Algeria surrenders. So let's see the peace treaty. Some desert lands, and they puppet the rest. And well, that puppet could barely survive on its own, so like they had to puppet it. With the war in Morocco. Yeah, there's a war in Morocco now. Who knew? With even the Algerian puppet deciding to join in, despite having nothing good about it. With the failures to push them back being seen by Algeria. With some Algerian puppet troops getting, like, destroyed. And while a breakthrough happens in the northern front into Morocco. And they manage to take the northern area of Morocco. Well, the Algerian puppet manages to take Rabat. And then the coastline is taken by both sides, and well, the rest surrenders. Let's see how the peace treaty goes. Puppet was extended. Western Sahara became a puppet in Morocco. But let's see what happens now with the first European campaign into Iberia. And this is all they're going to do. So the rest of Europe watches to see how powerful they are. And they start to call Spain weak as soon as they start losing to make it not seem like their enemy is stronger. With every European sending their money behind their mouths, they send it to Spain. Because if it's a European, don't worry, they'll spend money. With Spain in trouble, as an encirclement has just happened. On another one, with them starting their counter-offensive in the south. That was a plan to push forward, so they started counter-offensive, and as they were starting it, they seized these islands and landed right here on the coast. And with Spain's offensive falling apart, they move up and do this, with this front doing that. At the same time, they make an encirclement. And they move up to capture Barcelona. And then they move into the Catalonian region. And they decide to make a spearhead towards Madrid. Now, Spain being called the weak because they're losing, so it doesn't look like their enemies are strong. And well, let's see how the peace treaty goes. And well, since this is a simple one, obviously, this is how the peace treaty goes. See? They seize the southern part. They seize these lands. And those islands become a puppet with the rest of Spain. Well, Spain becomes a puppet. And well, as you can see, Libya has taken over North Africa. And parts of Spain, they control the Mediterranean Sea now. And they only let Europeans through if they pay. Israelis through if they pay. And the rest can go there for free. And well, without the puppets, this nation is pretty mighty seeming. The mighty Libyan Empire. And well, Libya is definitely stable now. Well, it's probably not. It's because that intergalactic government shown up and took over it. I don't know. Because there was a bunch of people from space that took over the government. Who knows? How did they stop the Civil War so fast and make this empire? But that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys.